as you're allowing time to stop you from living your true purpose, you're always going to be floating in the wind. As long as you're floating in the wind and feeling stressed out and overwhelmed and I can't do this and I don't have the time to do that and I got the kids and there's always going to be some outside factor that's stopping you from living that purpose, you will always feel unfulfilled. Coach, how you going to say that? The reason that's important is because anything that we find that is important in our life, anything that we commit to, we can ultimately achieve, but we'll never be able to achieve the thing that we say we want to achieve if we don't use outside resources, tools, or if we're lacking in our own knowledge on how to make it happen. Because there's people that are more that are more busy than you. Check it out. There's people that got more jobs than you, that have more employment opportunities or more jobs. There's people that have more businesses than you. There's people that got more kids than you. There's people that have more health issues than you. There's people that have many things that are far beyond your current circumstances, but they're still finding a way to get it done. And it's all about what are the strategies and or the tools that you can use that will allow you to expand your time and be more productive. What is good, Coach and Speaker Connection fan? What is good? Go ahead and put in the chat. Let me know that you're here. Give me a big wave. Let me know that you can hear me well, that you can see me well. And I'm excited to chat with y'all today. Excited to chat with y'all today about some time management secrets in regards to building your coaching business. And a lot of folks are like, yo, I really want to do this, but it's hard for me to kind of see past my current circumstances because of everything that's going on. But I have this purpose, but I have this going on. I have this purpose, but I have life to deal with. I got this purpose, but I got health. I got this purpose, but I got these jobs. I got this purpose, but I have these house duties. I have this purpose, but I'm going through divorce. I have this purpose, but I'm going through deaths in my family. I have this purpose, and I have this other thing over here that's making it difficult for you to focus and or spend the time on the thing that you want to do, which is transform lives, generate the revenue that you want to generate, and ultimately be able to potentially speak and do the other things in this world that you feel like it's just through. So I'm going to share with you, how did I get out of that? How did I start overcoming some of these things and being more productive and making sure my mind was in the right place to start really spending more of the time that I wanted to spend and making it happen. All right. Yeah. Couple key things. Number one, very first thing is, write this down. Leverage life. Leverage life. Leverage life. Leverage. Everybody put that in the chat. Leverage life. Write that in the chat for me. Yo, Coach, what do you mean leverage life? Leverage life in terms of when you're in a place where at home it feels like a lot going on. The first thing I want you to do is say to yourself, what can I do that will lead me in a place that I can save more time at home? Write that down. What can I do that'll leave me? I'm gonna cut that down. What can I do that's gonna lead me in a place where I can spend more time at home? Let me give you some examples. So maybe you can hire somebody to clean your house. I actually have a house cleaner that we stopped it for a while, but we picking it back up, me and my wife, and she's gonna start coming to our house every 1 to 2 weeks and just helping us with the dishes, just cleaning up and cleaning the kitchen and doing those kind of things. Why? Because I would rather pay her the percentage I'm going to pay her, which is going to be a lower dollar amount, so I can get my time back 1, 2, 3 hours a week, and I can leverage that to be able to impact more people in the world. I can leverage that and potentially do another 1 or 2 Zooms, another 1 or 2 trainings. I can go live. I can do other things that's going to allow me to impact more people, and when I impact more people, I generate more revenue. Does that make sense? If that makes sense, go ahead and put make sense in the chat. Let me know if that makes sense. Put make sense in the chat. So that's one way you can leverage life. You can leverage, one of the things that I used to do is I used to, during that time, I started figuring out, okay, well, let's start ordering. but not just ordering fast food. We started to get on a subscription service. I believe it's HelloFresh. So we're on HelloFresh, and then now guess what? We get groceries. We get meals with the raw ingredients that's already delivered to us, and now that saves me time from even having to go to the grocery store. So that saves me another couple hours per week. So now, boom. So we get that going. You feel what I'm saying? I started doing things, and I started doing things in bulk. Maybe if I'm doing chores, it's chores in bulk, right? And I started just to find and leverage life a little bit more. I give you another example. When I talked about this at the PCS boot camp, which by the way was phenomenal. Oh my God, if you missed that, please don't miss next year. It was crazy. And I'll give y'all an opportunity to get the recordings of that too. If you missed it, you probably seen a lot of communications going out, or if you follow me on Instagram and on Facebook, you probably seen some stuff. But anyway, we'll talk more about that. But one of the things that I did, or that I would recommend, is that you find time even throughout your work day. So for me, I started finding gaps of when could I start working on my business. I started looking at those gaps. I said, okay, I got an hour lunch break. I started going from me spending an entire hour just chit-chatting with coworkers, from me just looking at random videos online, the next viral thing that happened. Oh, this happened last night, right? Oh, and stop spending my focus and energy on that. And I said, I got an hour. Let me spend 55 of those minutes serving, giving, helping, going live, getting on calls, and I'll rather spend 5 minutes eating, and I'll spend 55 minutes. Next thing is this. I want us to time block your structure. And I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. Time block structure. Everybody write that in the chat. Time block structure. Time block structure. Everybody write that in the chat. Time block structure. Coach, what you talking about? Time block structure. So you opened up time. Now it's all about what to do within that time, right? So it depends on where you're at in your journey. If you're just getting started, and by the way, if you are just getting started, I'm curious to know, just put just getting started in the chat. If you're just getting started, this is what you want to do. You want to focus on structuring your business. So what does it really look like? I think about structuring in two ways. The very first thing is you got to gain clarity on how you help people. So you gain clarity on who you're helping, who your niche audience is. You get clarity on the specifics of the program that you want to present to them, the program that you want to serve. If you're helping people going through trauma, if you're helping people with mental health or business or health or spirituality, whatever you help people with, you have to get clear on what you're offering them in terms of your program. But you don't know. So you have to set a time blocks to discover and figure that out. You may not be able to figure it out in a 1 hour sit down. It might take you a little bit of research. You might have to, it might take you, some days of journaling. I don't think it needs to take you months to figure it out, but hey, if it takes you a week or two to get clarity, okay. If you got a coach, you'll get clarity a lot quicker. But I'll tell you this, that figure out who you want to help and how you want to help them, because all of that is going to determine what you have inside of your package. So you want to put time to figure that out, your pricing and all of that. And then that is how you'll figure it out. But it'll never happen if it's not in your calendar. And if it's not in your calendar because you're saying you don't have time, that's a problem. That's why we opened up time in the first one. Does that make sense? Put make sense in the chat if this makes sense. These are things that really change the game for me over time. Now, structure has another side to it. Structure also has a side that says, I have it on paper. So you got some clarity. Let's say it took you 5 hours to figure that out. your offer and what you're gonna, how you're gonna help people. Okay, now I need to also have on my scale. I need to have on my calendar. Well, how to build it. So you need time to actually build it. You need time. How people are going to get the resources. How am I going to conduct my coaching sessions? You need time to figure that part out. You might not know how to build the coaching program yet, which means that you need to have in your schedule time to actually learn it. Maybe you do it through a coaching program. Maybe you do it through a course. If you got to go to Freeway, then hey, then go to Freeway. I tried going to Freeway. It took me years to like try to figure it out and getting conflicting information. So for me, I just decided to get some help with it. But whatever is the right path for you, you got to figure out. You have to have time in your calendar to actually say, I'm going to build this. This is the resources. This is how I'm going to collect the names and emails. This is how people are going to get access to what I'm coaching them on. This is where and how we're going to conduct our coaching sessions. Once now you have that, now it's about not just how to do all of it, but now it's actually about building it. If you say I'm going to do all of my coaching sessions on Zoom, you should probably have a paid Zoom account. Feel what I'm saying? You should probably know the features of Zoom. You feel what I'm saying? That's going to take some learning time. If you don't have that learning time inside of your schedule, it's never going to get done.